CTV Community Television presents the Focus Program, hosted by Paul Dingaman.
Welcome to another edition of the Focus Program. Got some very interesting segments again this week for you. We're glad you are along. Focus, as you know, appears Marine City, St. Clair each Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Then around northern Macomb and all of St. Clair County on Thursdays and Fridays. We're glad you are along. We are welcoming today Chrissy Gorson from the St. Clair Historical Museum and the chairman of that illustrious group, Mr. Bob Freehand, in his what do they call it? Pompadour? No.
One could call it a pompadour. It probably would be more appropriate to be a bowler, right?
A bowler hat. Bowler hat. And you did a great job on the bow tie.
I had help.
You had help. You had help. Chrissy is used to tying bow ties for her husband.
Yeah.
You two are here to talk to me about Uptown Abbey as opposed to Downtown Abbey.
Downtown
Abbey.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, so many people love that show, so we started discussing, hey, how can we have fun with this? And it just so happens that the Hopkins homes on the hill, one of them during Prohibition was a speakeasy, and it was called the Abbey, spelled the same way. So it's like, let's do, instead of Downtown Abbey, let's do Uptown Abbey.
We didn't have the Granholm family, though. So.
But the Gorson family lives in one of those homes.
And that's the home that it will be in. It'll be on the main floor. It's not so much a home tour as it's a great place for us to host an event such as this. We had a Victorian funeral reenactment a couple of years ago,
yes,
and that went really well. So we're kind of going to do the same thing along the way. Have people, and we're encouraging them to dress up. And
that's why.
Yes.
Mr. Freehand is in the costume here.
And the people that I've spoke to so far, they've been concerned with that, and we're not concerned that everything be perfect. Maybe sometimes just going outside of your comfort zone and adding something frilly that you wouldn't normally wear. However, if you do come dressed up like a servant, you will be put to work. So,
we are trying to focus on the teens, the 19 teens, and the early 20s. That's our focus.
The zoot suits, maybe, or is that the same era? It's not the same era?
And it's changing, but you're going to learn about that a little bit. I had brought some pictures.
Okay, well, if Evan and John will throw those pictures up, we'll talk about them.
About 2 years ago.
Here we go. What's this one? Looks like
Actually, this is a home that's still on 7th, and I think it's 4th Street. Last time I saw it, I think it was green. But this is where the negatives from this collection of photographs came from.
Oh my God.
So I did a program 2 years ago after we found these, and we called it Frolicking Around St. Clair. If you can stay on this one for a second, this picture here. What we want to teach with this program is during Downton Abbey was based shortly after 1912, after the Titanic sank. So we wanted to show you, teach you what was going on in St. Clair during that time.
Okay.
Of course, you're not going to have as formal of a dress, but these are just kids that are out, and it's almost like kids of today where they took so many pictures of themselves. It's a fabulous collection. It covers all 4 seasons, but you will see the guys dressed up, and the girls are wearing dresses, and they're in a canoe.
And these are all St. Clair people.
Yeah, and this is St. Clair. We were able to identify them with old yearbooks. And in this picture, you can see the girls are holding the canoe together. Okay, so then this is a winter scene of them ice skating. I believe that's Pine River.
Okay, one more.
And then this is a gathering, a bit of a canoe race. That is the Ingalls building back to the back. So that would be at the base of Trumbull Street on the main street. And you can see there's quite the crowd there.
Okay.
And
one more. That's the last one?
That might be the last one.
Okay, and that's Chrissy.
Yes.
So the costumes and the eras that we just saw there is what you're looking for at this Uptown.
Well, as far as if you're watching the show, the dress is going to be a lot more formal. This is England. Those people had a lot of money. just if you want to wear anything from the era, if
That'd be
you
great.
just want to,
Wear a
when we
hat.
did the,
Wear a hat.
What is going to be happening? It's Thursday, April 16th.
yes.
A week from, this coming week, or 2
Yes.
weeks. Donation is $10, but what's going on when I'm there?
We're gonna, just a bit of a social, we're opening the doors at 6:30. We start the event at 7, and we will have tea and tidbits, little finger sandwiches and tea, and
A
people
mini,
can just.
mini
yeah.
tea, English tea.
Yes, and people can socialize during that. They can, look around at the house and things like that. And
When was the house built?
The house was built in 1880.
1880, wow.
So
And-
this is a little bit between when the Hopkins family owned it, and then for a while it sat. The family had died off, and I found an article where they were going to rent the house, and then when they rented it, that was during Prohibition, and they rented it to so they could get the alcohol across from Canada quite easy.
We will have
So
some garb there, won't we, if people want to try some things on?
We'll have millinery hats, and we will have some of our collection of clothing, but it's so delicate you can't, we couldn't really have people, but that'll
Was
be on
there,
display.
was there a tunnel that went from the St. Clair River to the house?
Yes, it went in between the two twin houses and connected the houses. That was.
Are there remnants of that tunnel still?
No, because the grade of the road has gone down, so that would have ruined it. But the.
It's been a long tunnel.
It would have been, and you would have had to go down to the basement, and then you would have had to go down yet another level to get there. But, when the house was built in 1880, the women would have worn long dresses. So the tunnel served to get to the boat without having to hike up and down the hill. If you've ever had to hike up and down that hill to a boat, it would just be really hard in a long
Right.
dress. So it was a good way to be
Oh,
able
so
to.
the tunnel was actually built for a purpose just to get to the river,
Yes.
not to bring booze in.
No, that was 1880.
Okay.
So they had a yacht called the Permelia, 100-foot
Wow.
sailing. Yeah, it was supposed to be the fastest on the lakes at that time.
Yep.
And
And we have sketches of it at the museum.
yeah, so it was to board their yacht, and then later it was very handy for bringing the alcohol in.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But that's another story. We'll have to do
Yeah,
that.
we'll have
one.
to do, yeah, we'll have to do that. Okay, so this one's open to the public, and
Yes, it
if
is.
you'd like to dress, that you're encouraged to do
Yes.
that. If not, you can still come and have a wonderful time.
Yeah.
We do need people to contact us very quickly because we have limited seating.
Okay,
So
Yeah. So my phone number is 810-329-6800.
right,
6800.
right,
So
great
that's
number.
my home phone number. Call, leave your name and number, how many people, and then I'll give you a call back to confirm, just to make sure.
329-6800,
Yeah,
$10 a head,
$10.
and
Yeah.
Sounds like a fun evening.
It will be.
we want
always have
it to
fun.
be a fun evening. That's what we want people to enjoy.
Yeah.
To learn a little bit about what St. Clair was like, but also have fun and with the mystique, if you will, of Downton Abbey
Right,
and all
right.
that. And they do have one more season left to go, from what I understand. So
Yeah.
So what else is happening in the spring for the St. Clair Historical Museum?
have a presentation on the third Thursday in May, which will be on basically Civil War veterans. Chuck Homburg's going to do that. We will be open on weekends starting in May. Chuck's presentation is in honor of the veterans, the Civil War veterans and other veterans, because this is the 150th anniversary year of the end of the Civil War,
Wow,
which was significant for Michigan people.
yeah, yeah.
So.
And
And
you
we
are,
have some new displays and things like that.
you are on 4th Street, and I forget the address number.
308 South
308 South 4th
Street.
Street.
Well, one thing that I would like to add is a lot of people think that a museum is all about the three-dimensional things.
Right.
The things that you can go in there and they go, oh, I've already been to the museum. But really, the two-dimensional stuff, the photographs, we have binders up front in our research area that you could just sit and go and read little tidbit stories that we've collected over the years. There's so much more to a museum than the artifacts. There's a lot hidden.
And we call ourselves the St. Clair Historical Museum and Research Center because we want people to come in and do some research. There are new people to the area that are interested in the history of their home, the interest in a whole variety of things. So we have a new Blaine collection. It's probably every maritime book published in the Great Lakes area that was recently donated, and so that's there for people to take a look at. DVDs, VHS, that sort of thing. So we're going into a multimedia mode and really trying to encourage people to come in and
But we aren't a stagnant museum in the saying that we are continuing to collect. So sometimes people say, well, you know about, and it's like, no, we don't. Can you tell us about it? Share your research, your historical. If you've researched your house more than we have and you've found out things, please share that with us. If you have, you know, information, your family goes way back in St. Clair, if you have information on that, old pictures during urban renewal, just items like that, we are very interested and like to think of ourselves as a center for all of these things. Your descendants can come back here later, and even if we just borrow photographs to scan.
that's what Chrissy does, is scanning a lot of photos. Some people are reluctant to give away photos, and we're more interested in if they allow us to scan them so we can put them in our archives and identify them, because then it starts filling in the gaps, and that's what we're attempting to do.
There's just a wealth of history here with the Marine City and St. Clair, with the gorgeous homes in both communities.
We
that
are collecting
really old.
information on, we did an open house on the St. Clair Inn last year. We plan on doing a second one
You did a
this
good
year.
job. As soon as you had that, they closed. No.
But we're trying to collect stories because we know people, and when we had the open house, all kinds of stories about what families did here, and we're trying to really spread this information out to people in the surrounding area that came, because the St. Clair Inn was a draw from all of Metro Detroit.
Yep, absolutely. And I was teasing.
I know.
But, you know, you're a very active group, a good group, and you're always looking for volunteers. And they can call that miracle number 329-6800.
Well, that's
for that.
my home
Oh,
phone.
that's your home. Well, I'll have everybody call there. Or what's the museum number is
It's
great
close,
too.
329-6888.
Right. That's an even easier one. 6888, 329-6888. And there's a machine there in case you're
Leave a
not there.
message.
You can just leave a message. Okay, you guys call back. But this one is Uptown
Abbey.
Uptown Abbey program,
Abbey.
Thursday, April the 16th, 7 o'clock, $10. Can't beat it. Chrissy,
have
always
fun.
a pleasure. Good seeing you. You look handsome, young man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We'll be back with
Bow tie and all.
What's say?
Bow tie and all.
Bow tie and all. You're right. We'll be back with Susie Cook talking about Fishers Community Church. Just a second. We are back, and I love the word that's there on the sign here, which says love. By this we know love. Fishers Community Church, Pastor Joe Dunges. We are welcoming Susie Cook. Nice to see you.
Nice
Who's
to
very
meet
involved
you.
in a brand new church, which is now having its first anniversary.
Yes.
Fishers Community Church here in St. Clair. And Reverend Joe was going to be here, but he got tied up in traffic.
That is correct.
We are going to talk to Susie about what's going on and how they're going to celebrate the anniversary.
Well, this is our first anniversary. We celebrated it last year when we opened our church on Easter.
Yeah.
And this year it's just been a whirlwind of great activities throughout the year. And this is just a great way to celebrate. What a great way to celebrate.
Well, first to have 12 months under your belt is
Oh.
wonderful, and to see you are physically located at 301 North 6th, which is the old St. Clair Middle School, St. Clair High School, and in the auditorium there. And you've done marvelous things in that auditorium.
Well, thank you.
You've worked very, very hard,
Yep,
day and night.
Day and night we did. Yes, you're exactly correct. And it was fun. It was more fun
Yeah.
than work. It
Yeah.
just, it just everyone came together, and when it came together, it was even better yet. So
Fishers Community Church is a nice new name, new to the community, and the Reverend Joe has been in the area for quite a while.
that's correct.
But the congregation is growing.
Yes, it is. We have approximately 50 families in that.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, they don't always come, but
No.
it's good.
Well, that's the same in every church.
But you know what? It's a family, and it truly, we come together and just have fun together, and we just praise the Lord together. It's really awesome.
When this program is airing, Easter Sunday will be almost over.
It's okay.
But talk to me about what is coming up for the Fishers Community Church.
Well, next Tuesday, what is happening is our teen group, Fishers Teen Group, led by Mitzi Denges,
Okay.
will be going off to the Port Huron Soup Kitchen to be
great.
helping them out. This is what we've been trying to do, is getting out more into the communities.
Mid-City Nutrition.
Yes, that is exactly correct. And they'll be there from 8 a.m. till noon to be handing out whatever they
No, that's
need to do.
wonderful.
They've done this is the second time they've done it, and they absolutely love it. Some of the other ladies have done it also last year. Another thing that we do along the way is we have our ecumenical pantry, St. Clair Ecumenical Pantry. Mitzi, again, is our social ministry leader there, and we have been definitely involved in that, in offering that option
support there.
to support there too. We belong to the St. Clair Chamber. The goal of the church is to be part of the community and to meet the people where they're at and enjoy a family with them. And when they come in, that's the way it is. There's always food. We always have food. There's lots of food.
Well, you get a lot of people with that food there.
And they're more than welcome to bring a cup of coffee into church to when they worship, and it's just kind of laid back. Right now we're looking also for a worship team leader and group. We're contemporary music, and the different artists, as you know, we're part of Water's Edge too, or we're partnering with them. So it's just an awesome.
When are the normal services?
Normal services are Sunday at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Just come as you are, however you want to come. We have nursery, we have kids school. During that time, pastor does a sermon with them, and then they go off and do their thing with other things. Yeah, it's really good. And we also have a family night on Tuesday nights from 6:30 to 7:30. And this week we won't, but it'll start back up on the 14th. And again, we have a crew group, which is kindergarten through age or 5th grade. And then our pastor does like a confirmational group we call Bonfire. And then we also have...
You're a busy place.
Well, we are. And then we also have a Bible study during that time for anybody who wants to leave their kids and want to just learn more.
Do you have a website? Yes,
we
you
do.
Fishers St. Clair. That's simply simple.org. FishersSt.
Fishers St. Clair, written totally out. St. Clair is definitely SAINT.
Right.
We wanted to make sure that is there. And then you can also catch us on Twitter and Google. And if you want to leave a message, just www.fishersstclair.org, infos@stclair.org.
Amazing place.
You know what?
You got all the
It's
high-tech stuff.
awesome. Oh, we have a phenomenal media person who really gets things out and does, and Jenny is just phenomenal on what she does. And there's just a lot of people working together.
Working together, as you said, it's like a family, so
It's a
that's the great
family.
part.
It really is
It's
a
a family that's
family.
growing. So,
Yep, it
and
is.
you're welcoming people to come and take a look at you. Fishers
Absolutely.
Community Church, 301 North 6th
Street.
in St. Clair.
That's right. It's an awesome place. Come and join us and be
You did
part
a
of a
good-
great family.
You did a good job.
Thank
You
you.
did an excellent job.
Thank you.
Susie Cook sitting in for Reverend Joe Dunges. Nice to see her. Always nice to see Susie. We've got the wonderful Mary Poppins, right? That's the play. It's going to be in at the Riverbank Theater. We're going to hear more about it in just a second. We're back. The aforementioned Riverbank Theater and Snug Theaters in Marine City. If you haven't been there, you've really made a mistake. They've got wonderful things going on all the time, 12 months a year. And coming up next is a great play by the name of Mary Poppins. Brittany Smith, the director, and Aaron Dennis Smith, the vocal director, are both here to tell us about the cast, the play, and the dates and everything else. It's exciting. It's happening.
It's a big show. It's a, childhood favorite.
Yes.
So we've got a cast of about 25.
Wow.
Big group, all singers and dancers, and a handful of kids in the kids chorus. And you met Michael and Jane last week.
A couple weeks ago we had the two young kids here, and they were great. Great to have as an interview, and they must be great on stage.
Yeah, they're doing a great job.
How many numbers musical numbers are in there?
You know what? I think I counted today because Valerie was asking me that same question. I think there are 33 songs.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
So a lot of fun music and songs that you'll recognize.
Is there a pit orchestra?
Yes, there's going to be about a 6-piece orchestra. We house them kind of in our balcony area. So yeah, they're practicing and getting ready for the show.
Led by as the vocal director.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Led by Mr. Paul Decker, yes.
Yeah,
he does a great job.
Everybody knows him. So you are on stage as well as being the vocal director.
I am. I'm playing Bert, and I'm also the vocal director for this show. So that presents its own challenges because while I'm in some of the songs, I have to be listening for harmonies and that kind of thing. So we try to juggle it as best we can. But yeah.
How long have you two been an act together?
Almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years, yeah.
Great, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. The Smiths.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me about the play itself. It's an old play, but it's been very successful. Everybody loves it.
Yep.
Why do I want to go see it again?
Why do you want to go see it again? Well, people who are familiar with the movie will, kind of reminisce on childhood and hear some familiar songs. Supercalifragilistic is in there, Spoonful of Sugar.
Just great songs.
Great songs. And then in the new, musical format, it's just fun to see live people doing all these crazy things. And we've got them running around like mad. So, and we've kind of had the challenge of taking this huge story and putting it on our stage. They go from their house to the park to the bank, all these different kind of scenes that were.
How many different scenes on stage? Do you have an opening act, a middle act, and a closing act kind of thing?
There are two acts, so we'll take an intermission in between. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
A lot of special effects.
Yes.
Okay, what kinds of, some people flying around?
There's some flying around, some air acrobatics, if you will.
Ooh.
So lots of cool things to see.
And some cool little magic tricks that are part of Mary's persona too. She's this nanny, but she's a different kind of nanny. She's got some tricks up her sleeve, so we're working on mastering those too.
You're going to have it for 3 weekends. Talk to me about the dates.
Yep, it's April 10th through the 26th. You can visit theriverbanktheater.com to see the whole show schedule. There are evening performances, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays at 7, and then there are Saturday and Sunday matinees at 3.
That's a lot of, wow.
Yeah.
The cast has really made a commitment.
They have, yep. Yeah, and feel free to bring the whole family. Kids are welcome. So that's kind of why we scheduled it that way, to have some matinee performances so the kids feel free to come. Tickets are $26.
Okay.
Yep, and you can either call or book them right online.
Okay. And it's the riverbanktheater.com.
Okay. Yes.
What's coming up next after this?
After that is actually a period piece down at the Snug. It's called The School for Scandal.
Oh.
And it's kind of, think like Restoration period version of Gossip Girl.
Okay.
All these, you know, kind of aristocratic, wealthy people, and all they do is sit around and kind of chit chat and gossip about each other. So it's a comedy. It's very cute.
Are you directing that one too?
Nope, I'm not. That one is
Get a
directed.
break.
Yeah, I know. After this one, I'm relaxing, right? That one's directed by Chris Mick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and Aaron, you've been around theater for quite a while.
Yes, I have. I've done stuff in Port Huron. I direct at New Life Christian Academy in Kimball. That's
Oh,
my
great.
school. And St. Clair Theater Guild. I did Oklahoma with them a few years ago. It was a great time. And I've been...
Once it gets in your blood, it's like horse racing.
Yeah.
You can't get it out, man. You can't
Yeah.
get it out. And doing Mary Poppins is like a childhood dream come true, because when I was 4 years old, that's all I wanted to do was act out Mary Poppins. Forget baseball.
Right.
It was Mary Poppins
Poppins.
or Sound of Music, one
Right,
of the two.
right,
So
right.
anyway, but yeah, I love theater. I love working with good people, and yeah, we're having a great time
And he's set to direct Cabaret this
Yes.
summer.
Ooh, that'll be
at the
great.
Riverbank.
That'll be a big cast also.
Yes, it's not as big as this one, but it's it'll probably have about 16 people or so.
Wow.
So yeah, yeah.
The Riverbank's certainly been a phenomenal, and that's the only word I can use, phenomenal addition to the Marine City, St. Clair area.
Yeah.
And Kathy Burton and her husband are to be saluted for
Yeah,
their
they
efforts
do a great
and
job.
what they're doing to create this
And they
kind of
do
thing.
everything backstage too.
Yeah,
In fact,
yeah.
we'd left them at the theater. They're painting and they're
Right,
you know
yeah.
welding
Costuming.
and costuming. So they do it all.
Right. Well, it's April the 10th through the 26th. Performances Thursday, Friday, Saturday. A couple matinees on
Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
And tickets are only $26, so there's no reason that you shouldn't be there.
Yeah, it'll be a fun one. Thank
Always
you.
a pleasure.
Thanks, Paul.
Nice to see you. That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, Paul Damon. See you soon.
Tune in again soon for another episode of Focus. Make sure to check CTV out on www.watchctv.org or like us on Facebook.